The goal for this Knicks team right now, gather up assets using those first-round picks that they can use in future trades and get salary cap space to make a run in free agency at Dallas Mavericks guard Jalen Brunson.
Jalen Brunson? He's a good player, don't get me wrong, but someone better check on Stephen A.
I don't understand what the attitude is all about.
Allow me to explain.
Please.
You know, Kendrick Perkins, I didn't have time this morning because I was taking care of a few things, and I didn't have time. I was going to call my pastor, Pastor A.R. Bernard, Christian Cultural Center in Brooklyn, New York. I was going to call him because
you should. You need prayer.
I need to be there more. Obviously, you know, I pay my tithes, but the bottom line is I could do better. You know, I'm just trying to figure out what is it that I've done. What is it that I've done? What is it that Knicks fans have done to deserve this? I mean, we're loyal. We stick with our team. We pack the garden, even though it's rat infested, for crying out loud. You can sit up there and fix it up and renovate it the way you want to. All you got to do is go downstairs. Rats are looking at you. They ain't running. They looking at you like, what you looking at? This is what goes on in Madison Square Garden. We're at Penn Station, even though they got a new thing across the street where the Amtrak station is that looks pretty up there. I'm just trying to figure out what is it that I think I'm a good guy. I'm not a bad guy. You know, I got love for you. You're my little big brother. You know I love you, Molly. You know what I'm saying? I didn't do anything wrong to anybody. What did I do to deserve these Knicks?
Maybe God's just trying to humble you.
Yeah, it's one thing.
It's beyond humble.
Yes.
It's beyond humble. I don't even know the word for it right now. Let me put it in this proper perspective for the audience out there to understand, because I'm a diehard New York Knicks fan. I've been a Knicks fan all my life. The New York Knicks have had 17 losing seasons in the last 21 years. They had 9 straight losing seasons, had 3 straight winning seasons. Mike Woodson did a great job, won the Atlantic Division crown, actually won a playoff series. And then after that, they had another 6 or 7 losing seasons before they won last year with Tom Thibodeau teasing us into believing that new times have arrived. And then we see the same old nonsense taking place. You watched that draft. You covered that draft last night. I was on ABC. You were on ESPN, Big Perk. You saw the talent in that draft. You got a lottery pick. What's the cardinal rule about having a lottery pick? When you got a lottery pick, you got to get a lottery talent. That's what you need to do. You don't walk into the draft. Even though it was at the Barclays Center, damn it, it's still New York. It's one of the boroughs. You're in New York City. You have robbed fans of a reason to be joyous, the reason to be hopeful for the better part of the last 21 years. That's what you did. Okay? Now, what do? You got the 11th pick. You got the 11th pick,
You love
right?
your national players.
You cannot trade up to get the guy I wanted most, this kid Ivy out of Purdue. You couldn't trade up to get him, but I understand because the Detroit Pistons knew they wanted him. They grabbed him. We get all of that. You couldn't trade up. Fine, you don't have the assets. And you trade all of these picks, and of all the teams in the in the NBA draft who had picks, they were the one team that walked away without picking one single player in the first round.
Here's why Stephen A. Smith and Knicks fans everywhere have the right to be upset. Jalen Brunson is a good player, and he had a good playoff run. But he is not a guy that you give up lottery picks for and a ton of money to pursue. We have seen some of the greatest players of all time get drafted in the middle of the first round, and that's exactly what the Knicks had. And even if they didn't, they could have traded up to get an even better pick and pick the guy that they wanted. A future superstar, maybe a future Hall of Famer. It's tough to say now, but if you don't take that shot, you will never know. And it's safe to say, even in his young career, that Jalen Brunson isn't going to be the next Steph Curry, and he's only 6'1". He's going to be a liability on defense for his entire career, so he's only an offensive juggernaut, and that's his peak. That's the best you can get out of him, and I don't think he's going to be enough to change the Knicks franchise around. Another point I'd like to make about Jalen Brunson. When he had that great playoff run, everybody was focused in on Luka Doncic, and then when Luka Doncic got hurt, they didn't expect anybody to step up. Jalen Brunson was that guy. He stepped up. But can he do that when a defense is focused on just him for 48 minutes? If your game plan is to stop Jalen Brunson and not Luka, can he still be that same guy and still be effective over a long 82-game season? And also, this guy doesn't even actually play 82 games. He normally plays about 50, 60 games. so we don't know how durable he's going to be. And yeah, I know, we could say that about anybody in this draft. We don't know how durable they're going to be. We don't know how good they're going to be. But their ceiling is way higher, especially when you're out here drafting guys that are 6'11" with a handle and a jump shot. I mean, there's Kevin Durant's in this draft, and you're going after Jalen Brunson. That's the problem here. But let me know in the comments, did the Knicks make the right choice going after Jalen Brunson and sacrificing all of their first-round picks and cap space to do so? And leave a like if you enjoyed this video, and don't forget to subscribe for more NBA content just like this. And I will see you in the next upload.